accountability that protects our welfare and prosperity under zoning ordinance Article 1. PRC has publicly stated a 1 mile setback is doable, like Wells County. No turbines within a mile of farm sets, so are not required in the amendments. Because closer means more turbines, more profits for them, more misery for us. Explains why the PRC contract went from 22 million to 13. This isn't protection, it's a giveaway. Zoning's purpose is to protect people from themselves from short-term greed that sells out long-term welfare. Approve this and phases 2 and 3 will shove turbines into everyone's backyard, devaluing the whole county. Reject these changes, demand real protections, 1 mile setbacks, sound ordinances from property lines, devaluation guarantees. Follow Petty County zoning ordinances intent. Protect rural residents, not out-of-state developers. And we still have litigation going on and conflicts. And I'd like to introduce them to these copies for everyone.
Thank you. Okay, next up, David Schneid.
Good morning. How many of you took an oath of office to be here today? Everybody? Okay. Took an oath of office. Part of the oath is to protect the residents of Petty County. Right now, this whole process, I want to go on record and object to this entire process due to the fact that there are 3 members of this board who have a conflict of interest identified, and at least 1 member of the county commission does, if not 2, that have a conflict of interest identified. Those individuals should not even be here conducting this business. Why are you here? Why are you here? If you have a conflict of interest that has been identified, you shouldn't even be here. But yet here you are. In addition to that, these zoning ordinances don't even consider shadow flicker. They don't consider noise. They don't consider anything that deals with what these things present. Now where I live, there's going to be 13 of these big 700-foot spinning skyscrapers within 1 mile or less of my house, my property, where my wife and I have lived for the last almost 20 years. So my rights under the 5th Amendment to the United States Constitution have been violated and are being violated, and my rights under Article 1, Section 16 of the North Dakota State Constitution are being violated right now. You're taking away my rights as a landlord by allowing these ordinances to go through without conducting proper studies. Nobody has ever contacted me. Nobody's ever come out to see me. Nobody's ever come out to see what these things are going to do. You don't care. You know, I've asked that question to some people. And some of these people got back to me. They said, you know, I've talked to some of these people and said, why haven't you considered this? And gone out and talked to this guy. And you know what I was told? Well, he's not from here. So evidently, if I'm not 3rd generation, I don't count. And yet you want to have people come into Eddy County and into New Rockford. We're a nice little, fun little community. But if you're not from here, you don't count. I think that's absolutely pathetic. And I object to this entire process due to the conflict of interest that has been identified. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, Adam Aldale.
Good morning, everybody. This process actually is not about PRC and we win. I think the decision you're going to make today is about the future of the Eddy County and development in Eddy County. I've been here for over 45 years since I got married and moved to North Dakota. And, you know, I've seen projects, and I've been on economic development before for about 15 years. It's a tough job. We got our theater here for how many years been down. We don't have the money to fund it. We should be in a position to say, okay, go ahead, the data drop. Go ahead and build that one, and we will deal with insurance. Our airport got knocked off. We don't have the funds to do it. Okay? We have the roads to maintain in the county. And I've seen the taxes go up and up and up. We're lucky to have the state with the extension, with the exclusion that we've been giving us for the last couple of years. But the land prices are going up. The crop prices are coming down. The one is a crop, now we have to start harvesting that one. So the decision you're making today is not about we win, about PRC. It's about the future development of Lady County, our existence for future generations, okay? Our taxes for future. The people who don't pay taxes should not be talking here. We are paying taxes as landowners to maintain the roads there. For anybody to stand here and talk and get against something like this one and say, no, don't do that, and they're paying nothing, they should not be standing here. They don't have the right because they did not pay taxes. If they ask them for anything, they should pay for it. That's the way it is. That's capitalism. So we have to look at the future. Your decision will determine the future of any county, not just for Wheeling, but with any development. If I want to put a solar farm on my farm, am I going to go through the same process? Okay. Solar panel, everybody always says going to have reflected to the bird flying in there, and when they're going to have duck hunting. So, our decision here will not be just for we win, but for any development. Are we going to be progressive or are we going to be regressive? That's what we should look at. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Rita, Debbie, or Dale?
Good morning. It's real short. Okay, and I usually have to have minutes. All right, here we go. As a citizen of Eddie County, please approve the zoning amendment to help implement the wind power project for Eddie County. Many people are in favor of it, but are uncomfortable to speak in public because of some of the little flyers they get in the mail, and we have no clue where they're coming from. I've asked people, where are these strange flyers coming that are trying to sway people? And nobody knows. And they're very uncomfortable. They feel like there's a group from outside trying to influence us. For the past 2 years, grain prices have collapsed, and with it, the farm income. Our county tax base will suffer from this, and with it, keeping up with our needs in the county. School, the roads, county welfare office, everything. Opportunities like the wind project do not come along every day, and I'm asking that you approve the proposed amendments. Thank you.
Thank you. Amy Waterman.
Good morning, members of the Eddie County Zoning Commission and the Eddie County Commission. My name is Amy Wabama, and I'm speaking on behalf of WeWin LLC, a local company with a community of members who have supported wind energy development in Eddie County since 2008. We represent more than 100 landowners and 43,000 acres of land that are actively participating in the Flickertown project, and they have been since contracts were first signed in 2018. Many of our members are fellow Eddie County residents, community leaders, and your neighbors. The county zoning ordinance for wind energy, Article 10, namely, has been in place for nearly 9 years, as many of you know because you were on this commission when we set those in place. Well before any of those contracts were signed, I will add. In 2017, when the ordinance was first established, and then again in 2024 and 2025 at both township and county hearings, the debate has not been about whether or not to allow wind energy development in our county. Rather, we've debated actual rules for developers to follow when building a project, including setbacks and minimum requirements. The intent has always been to establish the parameters for a safe and successful community wind project, not close the door on development by technicality. Please close these perceived loopholes. Pass the common sense ordinance changes that have been proposed today, and allow a permit application for the Flickertail project to come forward and be debated on its own merits. The requested changes do not remove protections. They align with state law, as you all approved in June at the hearings. And they establish a clear process for permitting that everyone can understand. Wind energy development is an unparalleled opportunity for our community, and WeWin has worked for nearly 2 decades to seek input from all stakeholders. We encourage our local government to represent the majority of their residents in supporting these ordinance changes and help us move forward. Thank you.
Paul White.
Hello, I'm Paul White with PRC Wind, but I think I'd like to just speak, maybe step back from the detail and talk just briefly about my experience with wind energy, what I've seen in my career. I've been in the industry for 37 years, worked on projects all around the U.S. and some in Europe. For context, the zoning that the wells in Eddy County have combined with the state, and that regime that a project will go through, any project, is, I believe, the strictest I've ever seen in my career when you add it all up. In my career, I've seen projects, I've built turbines, operated them, I've worked with communities beginning projects as here, and also I've been in the communities, and I'm still in the communities where projects were built 20, 25 years ago. And what I've seen and what all the analysis shows, which may not be obvious to some that have never seen it, is that wind energy is extremely compatible with the agricultural, rural lifestyle and economy. And it's not obvious, but I assure you that this is a win-win proposition, if you will. The great thing is that this is not just about power generation. This is also about a renaissance of the community. Wind energy can deliver real substantial benefits to the rural community and economy through income, tax revenue, jobs, and the like. So I just share that. I'd be happy to visit with folks if you have questions, or even jump in the car and go to a wind farm on a tour if that would help folks. Thank you.
Molly, you signed up, but you've already been up, so, Kent Myrie.
Good morning, zoning committee, county commissioners, state attorney. I'm speaking to you today, my perspective as a township supervisor. As a supervisor for Gates Township, I've served this role for 20 years and have long felt that my primary duty as a supervisor is to provide safe, reliable roads for the residents and landowners. But today I'd like to discuss zoning from the township